content versus content. Content, content. Content means what's inside, like substance or material that is contained. Like the content of the box is what's in the box. Content means being satisfied or pleased. Are you content with the way you speak English? Say yes if you are happy with the way you sound. If not, please listen to today's lesson on stress and rhythm of English. Can you hear the difference between content and content? Can you tell what's different? Both words are spelled exactly the same. C-O-N-T-E-N-T. They both have 2 syllables. What's different is where the stress lies. Content has the stress on the first syllable. So the first syllable, con, is bigger and longer. Open your mouth wider and say con, content. Content has the stress on the second syllable, so the first syllable is reduced. It becomes smaller and weaker, like content. Other words like computer, control, compare, all has the first syllable reduced. So it's not pronounced as con. It becomes con. I hope the content of this lesson has helped you so you can be more content with your pronunciation. Thanks for listening. History versus historical. History, historical. Can you hear the difference in stress placement? History has the stress on his. Historical has the stress on tor. History, historical. In English, the rhythm of stressed and unstressed syllables are extremely important. Because when you say historical, it sounds off. When you say his story, that doesn't sound good either. When you learn a new word, please make sure you learn on which syllable the stress falls on. Once you learn that, you need to reduce other syllables. For example, historical has 4 syllables. Historical. So when the stress falls on the second syllable, tor, all the other syllables become weak. Historical. Historical. The rhythm goes to ta-da-da. In other words, the only syllable that stands out is the tor, and you can just mumble on the other sounds, like historical, historical. I hope this makes sense. If you have any questions on how to place stress on the right syllables and learn to speak English with the right rhythm, please let me know. If you want to find out more about my lessons, click the link down below. Thanks for listening. Total, turtle, poodle. Total, turtle, poodle. Let's talk about consonant clusters again today. Do you know how to pronounce the T sound and the L sound? Can you connect them smoothly like tool, tool, tool? The T sound and the L sound are called consonants. So when two or more consonants are connected together, they are called consonant clusters or consonant blends. Yes, you need to blend those two sounds into one smoothly combined sound. To, to, to. Let's put these sounds into words. Total, total, turtle, turtle, little, little. If you want to sound more like American, you might want to replace the T sound with a soft D sound, like total, total, turtle, turtle, little, little. Can you hear the difference between total and total? Turtle and turtle. Little and little. How about poodle, ladle, middle? They are DL clusters, but sounds exactly like the TL clusters in American English. If you practice blending these consonant clusters, you can totally change the way you speak English. Thanks for listening. Practice pronunciation, improve your proficiency. Today I'd like to talk about P and R cluster. The consonants P and R blended together as one sound cluster. As you may have noticed, consonant clusters are hard to pronounce for Japanese people in general. That's because there aren't a lot of different combinations of sound in Japanese language. Let's work on PR cluster. First of all, you need to be able to pronounce the letter P sound by itself. P, p, p. Don't say p, p. It's just the sound of air. P, p. Next is the sound of letter R. It's the sound of dog growling. Now, how can you blend them together? The trick is you need to push out the air at the same time. In other words, you don't separate the airflow for each sounds like one breath for P, P, and another breath for R, P, P, Listen how I connect them together with the flow of my breath. Purr, purr, purr. Try to imagine you are imitating the sound of trumpet. Purr, 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 purr. Okay, can you do it? Let's practice with some words. Pearl, pearl, perm, perm, purple, purple, practice, practice, present, present, price, price, problem, problem, prove, prove. Practice pronunciation, improve your proficiency. Thanks for listening. Anemone, anemone. Anemone is a name of bright-colored spring flowers of red, purple, or pink. And there is sea anemone, which is a marine animal that looks like a flower in shape. They are like upside-down jellyfish attached to the rocks, and they can catch fish and eat them. I think anemone is an interesting word. It's spelled A-N-E-M-O-N-E. It is pronounced ne-m-ni, anemone. The first and E is pronounced with the vowel e, like ne. And the second N-E is pronounced with the sound E, so it's ni. There are two different ways to pronounce the letter E, and both of them are in this word, anemone. But in Japanese language, both are pronounced the same sound e, anemone. Just remember that in English, the letter E can be pronounced either e or E. Sometimes it can be confusing. Just sing this song when you get confused. Anemone with letter E, incredibly in ecstasy. Thanks for listening. Cool, cool. Cool means low in temperature. It also means fashionable, stylish, smart, attractive, or appealing. It's a compliment. So, do you want to be cool? Then learn how to say this word right. Cool is made up of 3 sound parts, or components called phonemes. Phonemes are smallest units of sounds in languages. They are C sound, k, 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 U sound, oo, 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 and L sound, o, o, o. So those 3 sounds put together, it sounds like k, oo, o. Cool. I think the hardest part of this word is the connection between oo sound and L sound. Ooh, ooh. When you say this combination of sounds, you actually hear an extra sound in between, and that's the W sound. It's very subtle, but it's there. Cool, 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 cool. Do you hear it? Do you hear the subtle voice inflection? It sounds lower in pitch too. Cool, cool. Same things happen in words like pool, tool, rule. Okay? I think it's so cool. Thanks for listening. Critical. Critical. The word critical has a lot of meanings. It can mean expressing disapproval. You don't want to be so critical of others. When you say critical condition, it means serious or dangerous condition. It also means something important or decisive, which can have a big impact. What makes it difficult to pronounce this word is that it has consonant clusters, CR and CL, cr and cl. C is pronounced like this. K, k, k. R is pronounced like this. So together it sounds like cur, cur, cur. Now L is pronounced like this. O. So the C and L together it sounds like ko, ko, ko. What comes in between those two clusters is the sound of letter I, T, and I. It. Can you slowly put them together? Critical, 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 critical. A lot of times the letter T loses some energy, so it sounds like relaxed D sound. So it's like critical instead of critical. Well, it might not be critical to know how to say this word, but it certainly is helpful if you know. Thanks for listening.